Hey YouTube wrestling community, it is Mike from Body Slam the Competition podcast, and we're going to be talking this week a little bit about the WWE product and what I hated about it, because let's be honest, there's a lot to hate, isn't there? So, my big hate, let's start with the big hate right off the bat. Sasha Banks wins the Women's Championship on Raw from Charlotte. Oh, this does not make sense. I understand that Charlotte is in a league of her own with the women of the WWE. She has the most talent of anyone on the main roster by about a factor of 2,000. But Sasha Banks, the little chihuahua looking, no talent, bitch, I am sorry, WWE. It doesn't work for me. Charlotte carried Sasha the entire freaking match. The entire match. She carried that talentless hack. She has the worst moveset. She has the absolute worst finishing maneuver in the Banks statement that I have ever seen in my entire life. What in the hell is that? It is like an ant trying to do a rear naked choke on an elephant. It just doesn't work. Sasha Banks is too small. She's too meek. She's too mild. She is absolute garbage, and you hang the title on her. Why? Because there are fanboys out there that like the way her ass wiggles. I'm sorry, but it doesn't do it for me. She's ugly, she's talentless, and she has a forehead that is like 3 times longer than mine, and my hairline is receding. I mean, I'm going to have to give myself the "you're fired" haircut because this some bitch is trying to quit on me the way it is. But Sasha Banks, you've got more forehead than I do, and that's saying something. And let's move on to another thing that really pissed me off, and that was Roman Reigns yet again getting a Universal title shot. Roman Reigns, you are an absolute nightmare. Your Superman punch seems to be so powerful that it could knock out Godzilla, King Kong, Chuck Norris, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock with the same swipe. Now that is just unrealistic BS that you, as a WWE, insult me as a fan by putting on TV and saying, "Here, consume this crap, it's BS." The only thing that is good about Monday Night Raw is Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. The best friends gimmick is awesome. I enjoy the way that it works. It supports Kevin Owens because he's not the best on the mic, but he is pretty good in the ring. Let's give him credit where credit is due, and that is where the credit is due, right there. WWE, good job with that. Seth Rollins, not so much. Seth Rollins, you really ought to do a little bit better in your in-ring work. Quit hurting people, quit hurting yourself. Once you can do that, maybe my opinion of you will change a little bit, but as of right now, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. The Rusev-Enzo feud, I like that it's heating up a little bit. I'm not really sure that I enjoy the way that Enzo is completely dominated in the entire time by Rusev. It needs to be a little more back and forth there. Enzo is a good talent. Enzo has talent. And that's just really, really horrible for me to see a man like Enzo Amore treated that way. Alright guys, moving along to the SmackDown brand. Now, the SmackDown women's brand is even more horrific than the Raw brand because at least Raw has Charlotte, who actually has talent. The SmackDown brand is just grasping at straws for ladies that have it all. Becky Lynch can wrestle. Becky Lynch cannot talk on the microphone. Alexa Bliss can talk on the microphone. Alexa Bliss can wrestle not so much. Carmella can talk on the microphone. Carmella can wrestle not so much. It's pretty damn bad when you gotta look and you gotta say, well, I think probably Nikki Bella has the most talent on that roster of all the females. It's like, oh man, I just had an epiphany. I'm a Walmart shopper with an IQ of 50. And then we got to move back down the line to things that just don't make sense in the SmackDown brand. Baron Corbin is feuding with Kalisto, and it doesn't make sense. Why? Here's Baron Corbin. This guy is the next big guy. He's supposed to be this big dominant force. And what's he doing? He's spending his time beating up on a little guy like Kalisto. Why? It doesn't make any sense. We got The Miz running around with his wife who used to be maybe a wrestler but isn't a wrestler anymore and just comes out. I don't know why they brought her back. As a distraction, perhaps? I don't know. Maybe she needs a paycheck. That could be it too. And The Miz is like, hey, I'm awesome, so give my wife a paycheck. Blah, 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 blah. I like The Miz though. And honestly, The Miz is a great talent. He's a great heel. He does a great job in the ring with what he does. He isn't the most multifaceted talent out there, but he does do a good job with what he is given in life. So kudos to you, Miz. I enjoy watching you. You have a lot of good qualities that I like to look at as a wrestler. WWE has done a very good job making you a heel. Has done a very good job with everything that they've put out for you there. And then we have the whole James Ellsworth debacle. Oh, here we go. James Ellsworth. Yes, now he has a contract. He is a true WWE superstar, baby. Old No Chin himself. And then promptly gets his ass handed to him by AJ Styles again. And it's almost like a little faux Owens and Jericho deal with Ellsworth and Ambrose. It's like, hey, look, they're best friends. Blah, blah, blah. Didn't we just see this on Raw? So now we're sinking back into the SmackDown brand is just, hey, look, didn't we just see this on Raw on Monday? And it's what it's seeming like it's going to. Come on, WWE. You have got to do better than that. There are talented people out there in the creative world, writers if you want to go that route. There are bookers out there if you would like to go that route. I, for my one, would love to see you guys go back to using bookers instead of writers, because let's face it, this BS isn't working. This BS sucks. Let's use writers instead of people that actually know the wrestling business. Yeah, let's do that. Wow. Yeah. So that's been my review of the product, my perceptions, my rants.